This next video I'm about to show you is 100% propaganda to the extreme made by Prageru University. Literally, no joke. Every single thing that this guy says is a lie. Even the small details that seem weird to lie about are lies. Take a look at this video, and then I'm going to tell you who this guy really is, and you'll be completely surprised at the end. Take a look at this seemingly innocent video.
I own a small business with 7 employees. We make cookies, but not just any cookies. We make sugar-free cookies that diabetics can eat. Actually, they're so tasty, anyone can enjoy them. That was the inspiration that motivated me to start this business. You see, I'm a diabetic myself. I have been one my whole life. If you think running a cookie company is fun and games, think again. I work 100 hours a week, which isn't unusual for small business owners. I make a nice living, but I'm not in it for the money. I love what I do. I'd better. My margins are very tight, around 1%. That means I have to sell $1 million worth of cookies to make $10,000. Every penny counts, literally. That's why I get so frustrated with government regulations. Now let me be clear. Some regulations are necessary, especially for obvious reasons in the food industry. But necessary and excessive are two entirely different things. Excessive, unnecessary regulations soak up valuable hours of my time and my money for no good purpose. That 100 hours I work per week, I estimate 36 of them are spent on compliance issues alone. This keeps me away from activities that would help me grow my business, like sales and product development, and that keeps me away from hiring more people. My employees are like family to me. It's that way with most small businesses, but it's a struggle every single day. I could be more productive and feel a lot less anxiety if I didn't have to fight my own government. Or should I say governments, federal, state, and local. I get the roads and the bridges of the national defense, but I don't get why they have to be involved in every tiny aspect of my business.
I did a lot of research into this video, into who this guy was. I'm going to break down every single statement this guy made because he lied so many times in this seemingly innocent video. Let's start from the beginning. The first thing he said was, quote, "I own a small business with 7 employees." That's already a lie. This is already completely wrong. He owns a huge business with 75 employees making 3 billion cookies each year. Let that sink in for a moment. 3 billion cookies each year. 75. I own a small business, 7 employees. Fuck you. This stuff is public. This stuff is public. He has to file this shit, like, publicly. And he brags about it on other networks, on Republican networks, which I'm going to show you soon. So on some networks, it's like, I'm so wealthy, I'm so rich. And then on other networks, it's like, on like Prageru, it's like, it's really hard to be a small business and only have 7 employees. You don't have 7 employees, dipshit. You have 75. You just okay. I'll save for it. What small business though makes over 3 billion cookies every year? And why he says that he has 7 employees? It's just such a weird thing to lie about. But it's Prageru, so this is the normal. Unfortunately, he says he makes a nice living, but that he's not in it for the money. He said that. The dude makes millions of dollars every year, but he's not in it for the money. No, he's in it for the cookies. He doesn't make any cookies himself, though. He doesn't make any cookies himself. I'm going to show you in a second here, because his robots do it. He's got conveyor belts and shit. He doesn't make any of these cookies with his heart. Like, he comes across as this guy that's like owns a little shop with 7 employees and bakes these cookies, and the video goes on, and I encourage you to watch it all because it goes on and it shows like how he has this little kitchen and everything, and his whole fucking thing is a kitchen. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is it really pisses, this guy pisses me off so much because he just lies through and through. I'm not even close to done. There's no heart into what he does though, because he just deals with typical like rich CEO agenda stuff. Now he also said that his margins are around 1%. Take a look at this video and let's do some math after to see how insane that claim is. Take a look.
A broker from QVC saw our cookies in a grocery store and bought them and was eating these cookies and loved them and called me up and said, would you like an opportunity to be on QVC?
In his first day on the air, Joseph sold 3.6 million bags of cookies.
Just a reminder, we have sold out of Joseph's cookies. Thank you so much for your calls there.
Today, over 12 million a day, shake and bake on the factory line. Talk about a fortune cookie. Joseph's is doing $100 million a year in sales.
What's maximum growth rate are you looking at?
North of 200%.
So 60 to 200% growth annually.
One simple idea, born of a sweet tooth and his medical condition, has made Joseph Semprevivo a millionaire many times over.
So he makes 1% margins himself. That's millions of dollars each year. You make over $100 million. 1% of over $100 million is, I was a math professor at one point, $1 million. Wow, must be hard. Must be so hard making 1% margins. Must be so hard to make millions of dollars. You could make 10 millions of dollars potentially. We don't know how much he makes today. That video was old. But you can't because you're so oppressed. Oh, you're so oppressed. It's so hard. He then mentioned that he spends 36 hours each week on compliance issues alone. That was in the first video we saw. He has a board of directors. He has a board of directors. Why not make your chief compliance officer deal with the compliance issues? Why are you dealing with compliance issues? You know that's a lie. You know that's a lie. Why? Why are you gratuitously lying? He also mentioned how these regulations keep him from hiring people, but he doesn't need to hire more people. The dude has over 75 employees, not 7. And it's lowering. The number's lowering due to automation. He doesn't need more employees. He needs more robots. That's what he wants. He's trying to get more robots. He wants you to lower all the regulations and shit so that he could buy more robots. That's what he wants. He wants more conveyor belts. He then says that his employees are like family to him. If that's true, then name the 75 employees off the top of your head. Name all 75. I'll wait. Some family, 75 people. Name all of them. No, you're not family. 75? That's not a small business. That's literally Obama defined a big business, 50 employees or more, and said you have to give all of your employees health care. He doesn't like that regulation, though. That's the one he really hates. He hates having to give employees health care because the law makes him, he's got to pay for it a little bit. No, he makes millions of dollars. No. Gosh, man, this guy fucking makes me so mad. All right, so after that, though, he said the worst thing in this entire video. The worst thing. He literally has the audacity to say, quote, "It's a struggle every single day." Listen, people are starving to death in the US. People are having to choose between going to pay for their surgery, sending their family in massive debt that cannot be escaped, and killing themselves to save their families from money so that they can, live. And this guy struggles in his millions. Oh, it must be so hard. Gosh, this guy pisses me off. It must be so hard being so rich. So hard. There must be so much anxiety. That's what he said too, anxiety in what you do. The last point he made, though, was, quote, "I get the roads and the bridges and the national defense, but I don't get why the government, the government, have to be involved in every tiny aspect of my business, end quote. When he said that, a bunch of words popped up in the background, and I actually want to show you this so you can see this while I talk about it. That face. Sorry. So when he said this, a bunch of words appeared behind him as examples. These are examples of the things that the government's involved in every single tiny aspect, and he doesn't understand it. He understands roads and bridges and the defense, but he doesn't understand this stuff. Okay, so let's read some of these these aspects that he has to deal with that he doesn't understand. Wages. Those darn employees. That are also my family. But I gotta pay them. What's with that? Literally on here, dude. Guys. Laws is on there. It's on the, where is it? It's near his head. It's near his head. Laws on the right there, on the right side of his head. Laws. I have to follow laws. These freaking laws are in my way. I can't do what I'm trying to do because of the laws. Up there on top of that, expirations. You're making cookies for diabetics. You're making food because food should last forever. I guess. I don't. Like, does he not understand that these things are good? They're not bad. They're not bad. He understands roads and bridges, but he doesn't understand all this stuff. Expirations, you know. Fungus, a little bit of fungus is fine. Alcohol. I'm not even sure what this means. What do you mean alcohol? Why is alcohol next to his neck there? I don't even know what that means. Safety. Darn employee stuff. Again, out of a family, you know. Gotta make sure they're safe. Which means they gotta put some things in places so they don't hit themselves and break their legs or whatever. Taxes. No. Darn government. Income. Because I have to pay my slaves, I guess. Handrails. Because I need to make sure my employees don't break their bones. Jeez. So ridiculous. Exits. Right here. Says exits. What the hell is that? In case there's a fire, I guess employees should be able to escape or whatever, right? So unnecessary. Handicap access for those stupid disabled people. I gotta freaking pay money for those people. Those are the things he was complaining about. These are the things that he's complaining about. There's a reason the government is involved with those things, and you're an ass because you don't agree with them. These are the most obvious things, obvious regulations that you should follow. The most obvious regulations you should follow. Come on. This video was such a damn joke, and it took a lot of research to exploit how messed up it is. Share with your friends, please, because people don't understand what they're watching when they see this. I mean, it seems like an innocent video, but you have to break it down. You have to do your research, and then, like, people need to understand that this guy is a damn joke. He's talking out of his ass. He's talking straight out of his ass.